Hey friends, let's jump right in. We're going to saute our vegetables, set them aside, start with our meat in a bowl, both meats together, add in all your seasonings. I'm using a sleeve and a half of some Ritz crackers. I like the taste that Ritz crackers gives your food when you use it instead of just regular breadcrumbs. All right. Now we're going to go on and add an egg. That's to bind our meat together. I'm going to do about 1/4 teaspoon of some red pepper flakes. This is optional. You don't have to add the red pepper flakes, but just a little bit for me. All right, now I'm going to add my sauteed vegetables, which were just some yellow onions and some green bell peppers. You can make fresh marinara sauce. I'm not judging because I use this jar and it works for me. Cuts down on the cooking time for me. And I'm using gloves because I hate to get all my meat together and get it all under my nails. So mix it in well with your hands. With that same cast iron skillet, you're going to shape your meatballs in your hand. And you decide what size meatballs you want. I made between large and medium size. You decide what size you want, shape them. And this is one pan, and to be honest with the amount of meat I use, I did have another pan on the side, which I'm going to make spaghetti for another day. All right, let's do the sauce. 1 small can of tomato paste. You want to add that to a bowl. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, the recipe will be located in the description. I try and put that there for you all most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. All right, the remainder of your marinara sauce from that jar, add a little water to it and add it to this bowl here. All right, I'm going to add a little more seasoning here, a little salt, a little Italian seasoning, and some Cajun seasoning. You can use Cajun seasoning, whatever you have on hand. I love fennel seeds in my Italian dishes. So go on and put a little bit of that in there. Give it a little whisk with your fork. And you guys know I don't like to waste anything, so I drained every drop out of that jar. All right, now this is about ready. It's the consistency I want. I'm going to add some grated Parmesan cheese, a little pepper. And just to thin it out a little bit because I don't want it too thick, a little bit of chicken broth is what I'm using because that's what I have on hand. And I did add a little more pepper flakes. Now I'm going to take this sauce and I'm going to pour it over those meatballs, which were in the oven. Probably went so fast, I forgot to say. I baked them on the oven, uncovered for 30 minutes, and I drained the oil. Now I'm putting the sauce on top. Try and cover them up. Again, like I said, there are more meatballs because I did use a total of 2 pounds of meat. But the remainder I'm going to use for another dish in about 2 days. But since it's just my bae and I'm going to use this for our subs tonight. All right, here's some shaved Parmesan cheese that I'm using. And I got this out of the deli section. I'm sprinkling some mozzarella cheese. And I use, it's not sponsored, so I'll go on and share the brand because not all cheese is the same. But I'm sprinkling a little Tillamook mozzarella cheese. And I had a little bit of, what is this? Mozzarella and Fentina cheese blend. I'm going to sprinkle some of that on top as well. This is the cheese that I used. Return this pan to the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes until it's well melted. And there we have it. It looks good, right? Now I'm going to get my brochet buns that I found. You can use whatever kind of bread you have. I just wanted this flavor of some brochet bread. I got some Kerrygold butter, brushed it, toasted it in the oven, and now I'm adding just a little bit of that marinara sauce I had left over so it's not too dry. Now I'm taking the meatballs. I'm going to try and get 3 on each bun. So I had 2 large ones, and I did make some smaller ones in my other pan that were uncovered with cheese. I'm going to put some more cheese on top that I had left over. Add a little more of the shredded mozzarella, toast it, and there we have it. I don't have the green lettuce on it, but please put that on your sandwich. It tastes so much better. I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace.